Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over some technical analysis on the S&P 500. We're going to take a look at kind of a follow-up video of what we talked about of what we thought the S&P might do. And then we'll take a look at Zion Oil and Gas, take a look at NVDA, Tesla, take a look at IQST, maybe Amazon, and kind of go from there. So currently the S&P 500, 55, 91, 96. We talked about how we should poke our head back up and retest the all-time high mark. As you see, we did poke our head up there several times. We are currently in a bearish pattern on the MACD indicator. We were overvalued, so we're starting to pull back. Now, the big thing to keep an eye out for is, are we going to continue to move down and retest that 54.18 level? And good possibility. However, there's something also to keep an eye on here on the charts, as we did just barely cross over here for the golden cross breakout indicator, which typically signals that we're going to see an increase in price action to the upside. However, it's not a very convincing move just yet. We'll have to kind of wait and see really what happens. I still feel like we're going to fall further down and retest the 54.18 level, maybe even break below that and go down to like 52 or so, but that remains to be seen. So let's take a look next at let's go Tesla first. So Tesla currently at 206.28, can't seem to hold above the 220 mark. We keep hitting there, we pop our head up and fall back down, pop our head up, fall back down ever since we got to the 271. That was a pretty substantial run, and then we fell down, and now 220 is really the big resistance that we have currently. So if we can get above 220 and a half or 220, 221, 222, then we should see some move to the upside and start retesting some of those upper resistance levels. However, if we can't get above 220, then we'll hold about 200, maybe fall down to 190, and then hold from there. But we'll have to kind of wait it out and see. But nothing really happening with this one. This one just keeps coming up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's kind of an indication of kind of how the market's been acting also. It's kind of the same thing. Let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon about 172 is what we're currently holding at now. And if we can hold there, then if we can kind of keep consolidating and going sideways, and 179.05 is your first level of resistance. If we break below 172.11, you got 165.17. Break below that 155.30, and then break below that 142.72. And I'm more or less showing you the support levels below because, like I said, I feel like we're going to have another dip in the market to where you're going to have some buying opportunities soon. Here's IQST, 17.5 cents. I really like this one here. I'm not buying anything just yet because I think that we're going to go down and retest the 12-cent market. If we do, I'm probably going to come in and load fairly heavily on this one here because I do think this one longer term I see it getting back to closer to $1, and once it does that, that'll be my profit taking point for IQST. This one here, revenue numbers unbelievable, looking at uplisting to the NASDAQ, and they're going to do everything they can to get their share price up. And that's one thing that they've been talking about for a couple of years. So it's something to really keep an eye on for this particular stock here. And let's look at NVDA. NVDA right at about 117. And kind of same thing. It's kind of similar to Tesla. It pokes its head up, falls down, pokes its head up, falls down. If it breaks below, if it goes down to 100, closer to 100, 104.38 is your support, and then below that 98.04, 81.70. Anywhere $100 or below for me is where I'm coming in and buying. Currently, I have a little over half of my shares of what I want, but I'm going to wait and see if it falls back to the 100 mark because I think that's a sweet spot for a lot of people. When it falls closer to that amount, is around the $100 mark. So that's where I'm kind of waiting and looking at also to kind of come back in and finish out the position. Again, longer term position here. ZNOG still really nothing happened, just kind of flatlining again. and it's either going to flatline and go up or flatline and come down. As you see, that's the trend. You see flatline and then boom, pop up, flatline, leg down, flatline, leg down. So we're flatlining again. So we're going to see what happens. Probably come back down. I think we're going to go back down and test the 4-cent mark sooner rather than later. And nothing's going to really pop off until they come and give us the update that everyone is desperately waiting on. I think that just the silence is going to, again, have the stock kind of come back down. And when it gets to the 4-cent mark, it's going to pop up hard again, back to the 5 or 6 cent mark. And then without any news, people will take profits and move on about their day and do it again. But we'll have to just kind of wait it out and see what happens. Again, a reminder for this stock, Monday, Thursdays are typically your days where they release new information, whether it be a PR update, email, something of that nature. So just kind of a heads up on that. That's all I got for you in this one, guys. Just want to give you an update on my assessment of the markets. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.